Evidence collected unlawfully refers to any evidence obtained in violation of legal procedures, constitutional rights, or statutory regulations. The admissibility of such evidence in court can be challenged, and in many cases, unlawfully collected evidence is excluded from trial proceedings. Key principles of lawful evidence collection. 1. Constitutional protections. A. Fourth Amendment, U.S. Protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. Warrant requirement. Searches and seizures generally require a warrant issued by a judge based on probable cause. B. Similar protections in other jurisdictions. Human rights acts and constitutions. Other countries have similar legal protections against unlawful searches and seizures under their human rights acts or constitutions. 2. Warrants and probable cause. A. Search warrants. Judicial authorization. Search warrants must be issued by a neutral magistrate or judge who determines that there is probable cause to believe that evidence of a crime will be found in the specified location. Specificity. Warrants must describe the place to be searched and the items to be seized with particularity. 3. Consent. A. Voluntary consent. Lawful. Without a warrant. A search conducted with the voluntary consent of an individual with authority over the premises is lawful without a warrant. Knowing and intelligent, consent must be given freely and voluntarily, without coercion or duress. 4. Plain view doctrine. A. Visible evidence. Lawful presence. If law enforcement officers are lawfully present in a location and observe evidence in plain view, the evidence can be seized without a warrant. Immediate recognition. The incriminating nature of the evidence must be immediately apparent. 5. Search incident to arrest. A. Immediate search-arrest situations. Officers may conduct a warrantless search of the person and immediate surroundings following a lawful arrest to ensure officer safety and preserve evidence. Scenarios of unlawful evidence collection. 1. Warrantless searches. A. Lack of warrant and probable cause violation of Fourth Amendment. Conducting a search without a warrant or probable cause, and without any applicable exceptions, e.g., exigent circumstances consent, constitutes an unlawful search. Unreasonable searches. Searches conducted without proper legal justification, such as random stops and frisks without reasonable suspicion, are unlawful. B. Examples. Home searches. Entering and searching a person's home without a warrant or exigent circumstances. Vehicle searches. Searching a vehicle during a traffic stop without probable cause, consent, or lawful grounds. 2. Coerced consent. A. Involuntary consent, coercion or duress. If consent to a search is obtained through coercion, threats, or deception, it is considered involuntary and invalid. Lack of voluntariness. Consent must be given freely, with the individual understanding their right to refuse. B. Examples. Threats of arrest. Obtaining consent to search by threatening the individual with arrest or other negative consequences. Misleading statements. Misleading the individual about the purpose or scope of the search. 3. Violation of Miranda rights. A. Failure to provide warnings. Miranda warnings. Law enforcement officers are required to provide Miranda warnings to individuals in custody before interrogation, informing them of their right to remain silent and right to an attorney. Inadmissible statements. Statements obtained during custodial interrogation without providing Miranda warnings are typically inadmissible in court. B. Examples. Unwarned interrogation. Interrogating a suspect in custody without advising them of their Miranda rights. Coerced confessions. Obtaining confessions through coercion or intimidation without respecting the individual's rights. 4. Excessive force. E. Unreasonable search and seizure. Excessive force. Using excessive force or violence during a search or seizure can render the evidence obtained unlawful. Violation of rights. Excessive force violates constitutional protections against unreasonable searches and seizures. B. Examples. Physical abuse. Using physical abuse or unnecessary violence to obtain evidence. Intimidation. Using threats or force to intimidate an individual into providing evidence or confessing to a crime.